Please welcome the academic procession, led by the faculty of the University of Washington. Doctoral and professional degrees. Carrying the gonfalons for the graduate school are David Hake on the north and Cynthia Robinson on the south. Mr. Hake is receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Biology. Ms. Robinson is receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Rehabilitation Science. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the School of Pharmacy is Edward Kofur Oshie, who is receiving a Doctor of Pharmacy degree. On the south, carrying the gonfalon for the School of Law is George Radix. Mr. Radix is receiving a Juris Doctor degree. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for the various master's degrees are now entering the stadium. Carrying the gonfalons for the graduate school are Efren Gutierrez on the north and Ninad Dalal on the south. Mr. Gutierrez is receiving a Master of Public Administration. Ms. Dalal is in Human-Centered Design and Engineering. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the Evans School of Public Affairs are Colleen Christinger and Grant Bloom. Ms. Christinger is graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Mr. Bloom is receiving a Master of Public Administration. Also on the south, carrying the gonfalons for the School of Dentistry are Juliet Dang and Lei Yoon Soon. They are both receiving master's degrees in oral biology. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences are now entering the stadium. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music candidates are on the north. Bachelor of Science candidates are on the south. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the College of Arts and Sciences is Josh Hayward, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Visual Communication Design. On the south, carrying the gonfalon for the College of Arts and Sciences is Spencer Coates, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and a Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences continue to enter on the north and south. Carrying the gonfalon on the north is Pamela Saunders, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English and a Bachelor of Arts in Music. On the south, the gonfalon is carried by Justine Sherry, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Saunders, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English and a Bachelor of Arts in Music. On the south side of the stadium, please welcome bachelor's candidates from the College of Education, led by Gonfalonier Elizabeth Ann Reynolds Thomas. Ms. Thomas is receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, on the south side of the stadium, please welcome bachelor's candidates from the College of Engineering, led by Gonfaloniers Sean Susie Liu and Eric Arendt. Ms. Liu is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering and a Bachelor of Arts in Painting and Drawing. Ms. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Entering the stadium on the south are bachelor candidates from the College of the Environment. Carrying the gonfalon is Laura Ann Hansen, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Oceanography and a Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies. Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences continue to enter from the north, led by Gonfalonier Miley Kaniko, who has earned a Bachelor of Arts in American Ethnic Studies. Again, entering on the south are bachelor candidates from the College of the Environment. Carrying the gonfalon is Laura Ann Hansen, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Oceanography and a Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies. Bachelor candidates from the Information School are now entering the stadium on the south. The Information School gonfalon is carried by Marley Tamiko Mukai, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Informatics. Bachelor candidates from the Business School are now entering the stadium on the south, led by gonfaloniers Ashley Farnsworth and Lars Lee Phillips. Ms. Farnsworth and Mr. Phillips are both receiving Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Bachelor candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences continue to enter from the north, led by gonfalonier Nicholas Trost, who's receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Bachelor candidates from the School of Nursing and the School of Medicine are now entering the stadium. The School of Nursing is led by Gonfalonier Abby Daniel, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Carrying the gonfalon for the School of Medicine is Nikaela Joy Adar Nemes and John Nam Vo. Ms. Nemes is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology and a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology. Mr. Vo is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology. Please welcome now the bachelor's candidates from the College of Built Environments. They are led by Gonfalonier Nathan Sang, who is receiving a master's degree in urban planning. The final groups of bachelor candidates entering the stadium on the south are from the School of Public Health and the School of Social Work. Carrying the gonfalon for the School of Public Health is Andy Learn, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health. The School of Social Work candidates are led by gonfalonier Tajias Nagashi, who is receiving a master's degree in Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the final group of students from the College of Arts and Sciences entering on the south. graduates please take their seats? Once again, will all graduates please take their seats? President's Party are about to enter the stadium. Will all graduates please take their seats? Turn your attention to the west end of the stadium and welcome the procession of deans of the university's 16 schools and colleges. The academic procession concludes now with the entrance to the stadium of the University of Washington Regents, President and Vice Presidents, led by the Professor of Philosophy and University Marshal, Ron Moore. Will all graduates please remain in your seats?
exercises of the University of Washington will be opened with a presentation of the colors by the Joint ROTC Color Guard and the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner by Cecile Farmer. Ms. Farmer is graduating today with a Bachelor of Music, a Bachelor of Voice degree, and a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. The audience will please rise. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to present the Chairman of the Board of Regents of the University of Washington, Herb Simon.
Thank you, Marshall Moore. I'm honored to be here to help celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2010. My fellow regents and I are extremely proud of the graduates and how hard they have worked to reach this pivotal milestone in their lives. At this time, we want to take a moment to recognize someone who is experiencing a milestone of his own today, University President Mark Emmert. As you are aware, President Emmert will be leaving the university this fall to become the National Athletic Association. Thus, today's event is the last commencement ceremony that he will preside over in Husky Stadium. On behalf of the Board of Regents and the university community, we want to thank President Emmert for his exceptional leadership these past 6 years. We are deeply grateful for his tireless and fruitful efforts to further the university's tradition of accessibility and excellence in education, and to strengthen the UW's standing as one of the top public research universities in the world. We wish President Emmert all the best in his new role at the NCAA, and we want to know that while he may be leaving the University of Washington, he will always be a Husky. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the President of the University of Washington, Mark Emmert.
Thank you, Regent Simon. Well, welcome to the 135th Commencement ceremonies of the University of Washington. Commencement ceremonies are an expression of academic traditions going back hundreds of years, and they symbolize some of the most fundamental values of our civilization, most particularly the pursuit of truth, the preservation of freedom, and the cultivation of a climate of civility. These ceremonies are also festive. They're supposed to be fun, celebrating the commencement of new activities and challenges in the lives of our graduates, as well as the successful conclusion of one phase of your formal education. I'm honored, therefore, to be the first to congratulate the degree recipients and graduates of today and welcome you to this ceremony. These graduates are and should be very proud of themselves, and I know that all the rest of us are extremely proud of what you have accomplished. It's appropriate, therefore, that all of us that are here, family, friends, relatives, and members of the podium, that we please rise and turn to these wonderful graduates and congratulate them on their accomplishments today. Congratulations to all of you. And students of the class of 2010, you know full well that your accomplishments were only made possible by all of the people that have come here to celebrate with you today. And I'd like to ask all of you, the graduates, please rise, turn to your family and friends up here and say thank you. The splendid music that you've been listening to during the processional, and which you will be hearing more of later, is being provided for us this afternoon by students of the School of Music. Our wind our wind ensemble, under the direction of Professor Timothy Saltzman. Would you please join me in thanking these gifted musicians for their wonderful music today? The ultimate responsibility for the university lies with the members of the Board of Regents, 10 citizens of the state who are affirmed by the state Senate. These dedicated men and women devote many hours each year to the welfare of our university. 9 of our regents are with us today, and I would like to introduce them at this time. Please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Chairman Simon, please rise. Herb Simon. Christiane Blake, Vice Chairman. Stanley Baer. Jeffrey Brotman. Craig Cole. William H. Gates. Ben Golden, our Student Regent. Joanne Harrell and Sally Jewell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Regents of the University of Washington. In addition to the Regents, we have seated on the platform this afternoon the Chief Academic and Administrative Officers of the University, including the Provost, the Vice Presidents, the Deans of the schools and colleges, the leadership of the Faculty Senate, the elected student leadership of our campus, the President and Executive Director of the Alumni Association, and faculty members, professors emeriti, and other representatives of each of the schools and colleges and departments of the university. I would also like to recognize the many members of the faculty serving today as commencement marshals who have been assisting you in entering the stadium. Their names are listed on page 7 of your commencement programs. And now I'd like to say a few words directly to our graduates. What a great day to be a Husky. It may have taken you a few years to get here, 4 or 5 or 6. But I have to tell your parents, it could be worse. I went to college at 18, and I have never left. But now, after 39 years, I am in fact leaving the University of Washington. And like all of you graduates today, I have a mixture of emotions about it. I'm enormously happy at the opportunities that are in front of me, and I'm terribly sad to leave the university that I love and all of its people. I couldn't be more excited, but I'm also, like you, more than a bit nervous. And like you, in thinking about this event today, I've had reason to just ask myself, what precisely, Emmert, have you learned in 39 years of higher education? Well, of course, I've learned a great deal hanging around all of the wonderful faculty and students that I've gotten to enjoy. I know more about fields that I had no reason to study when I was a student than I could possibly have ever imagined. But what matters most to me personally, as just Mark Emmert, are a handful of very big lessons. Lessons that I learned when I was a student here, lessons that I learned from working with faculty and staff and many other students over those 39 years. I've learned from you and learned from my experiences here the value of taking risks, of sticking my neck out and saying that I'd try something new and different, and you all have done the same. I've learned the benefit of occasionally shutting my mouth and listening to other people, and coming to understand that they have many views that are equally valid and perhaps even significantly better than my own. And I suspect you've learned that as well. I've learned that life is complicated. When I came to school, I thought life was pretty simple and easily understood, and I was enormously confident of my own opinions. And I quickly learned that I was wrong in almost every case. Einstein once said that for every complicated problem in the world, there is always a simple, single solution, and it is always wrong. And I learned that he was right. I learned the important lesson of having fun. There's too many people in the world I've found that go through it with their head down and complaining and concerned and dour and just kind of not very fun to be around. Don't be that person. Be someone who loves what you do at work, at home, at play. Have fun. I watch you do it every day, and I love every minute of it. I learned in those 39 years the importance of friends and colleagues. I learned what it meant to be a good friend and to have people befriend me, and to have colleagues that cared for me and in return I gained the most benefit from taking care of them. You've learned that here as well, and I urge you as you leave this university, don't forget the people that are sitting around you today, those that you've become close to, and you will go off and lead different and separate lives, but maintain those friendships and that collegiality. You will benefit greatly from it. And finally, I've learned to be thankful. I've learned to realize how lucky I have been in my life, to have a wonderful partner for 33 years in my beautiful wife, Delane, to have great family and friends around me, to be thankful to be part of this amazing university for all of that time, and to be thankful to you, my fellow Huskies. Thank you very much for what you've done for me, and congratulations on your great successes. And now I would like to ask Joshua Hanson-King and Jessica Tollinaire to present the class gift for the class of 2010. Joshua is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law, Society, and Justice, and Jessica has earned a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Joshua and Jessica co-chair the Senior Gift Council, thanks to whose leadership the senior class has made this wonderful early start in philanthropy. Here's Joshua.
Good afternoon. Jessica and I worked with a fantastic volunteer team of 40 fellow seniors to organize the Senior Gift Campaign. It was important to choose a gift that both represented the values of our class and would enhance the university for future generations. Campus safety is one of the defining issues for our generation, an issue worthy of remembrance, and more importantly, in need of our action and our resources. We believe students should feel safe on their own campus. Therefore, we decided to create a river of lights, which will both provide a renewed sense of security by illuminating poorly lit areas of campus and serve as a symbol of the bright path ahead of all Huskies.
On the Seattle campus alone, we raised $47,194 in gifts and pledges. Seniors were also able to give money to any particular school, college, program, or department that inspired them. And now, President Ebert, we will present you with the names of all the donors.
Thank you very much. It's marvelous, you guys. Well done. Good job. Thank you. Jessica and Joshua, thank you so very much for that wonderful commitment to our university. The Chief Academic Officer and Chief Budget Officer of our university is Provost and Executive Vice President Phyllis Wise, who will present this year's University Award winners. Provost Wise.
Each year, the university presents honors to outstanding teachers, mentors, programs, staff, and alumni. Many of this year's award winners are with us today on stage, and you may read about them in your programs on pages 6 and 7. I'd like to draw particular attention to those who have won awards for teaching and mentoring students. University of Washington professors have been selected to receive this Distinguished Teaching Award this year, and I hope they will stand as I call their names and remain standing until the end. They are Scott Hauk, Professor of Electrical Engineering, Joy Williamson-Lott, Associate Professor of Educational Leadership and Policy Studies, Kung Vu, Assistant Professor of Music, Unu Taranath, Senior Lecturer in English, and Scott Freeman, Lecturer in Biology. Two professors are winners of specialized teaching awards. The recipient of the Marcia L. Landau Distinguished Graduate Mentor Award is Victoria Lawson, Professor of Geography. The recipient of the S. Sterling Monroe Public Service Teaching Award is Sharon Doby, Associate Professor of Family Medicine. Finally, 2 graduate students with teaching responsibilities have won Excellence in Teaching Awards. They are Monique Lacoste, Teaching Assistant in Communication, and Elizabeth Wheat, Teaching Assistant in Biology. I'm so glad that we have the chance to really call out these names of these distinguished and wonderful teachers and mentors.
Since 1932, in recognition of extraordinary academic achievements, the university has presented a medal to the graduating senior with the most distinguished academic record at the university. One medal is awarded to a student who entered as a freshman, and a second award to a student who transferred here from a Washington community college. The first recipient of this year's President's Medal is Diana Camille Broston. Diana? Diana has attended the University of Washington and its #1 ranked nursing school on a full scholarship from the Thomas and Mildred Horseman Foundation. She participated in the University Honors Program, conducted research projects in both nursing and chemistry, and completed several nursing clinical rotations, including an additional 240 clinical hours in her chosen nursing specialty. Diana's many honors and awards include National Merit Scholarships and a Hawkins Scholarship. After graduation, Diana plans to work as a registered nurse in labor and delivery. She hopes to return to the University of Washington to complete her PhD in nursing and help train the next generation of nurses. Diana, it's my very great pleasure to present to you the President's Medal. The recipient of the President's Medal for the student who entered the university from a community college goes to Jennifer Vahora. Jennifer has graduated with degrees in anthropology and public health, and she is currently pursuing graduate studies in health policy and management at the University of Michigan and could not be with us here today. At this time, I would also like to recognize the students who were candidates for the President's Medal by virtue of their academic performance in the top 0.5% of all graduating seniors in their respective colleges. These students, along with the President's Medalists, are today graduating with the university's highest honors, summa cum laude. Their names are listed on page 15 of your commencement brochures, and also listed graduating magna cum laude and cum laude. Yes, indeed. Since 1938, the university and the Alumni Association have also presented an award to a former university student whose work has attained national or international prominence. The Alumnus Summa Laude Dignatus Award, which means alumnus worthy of the highest praise, is the greatest honor the university can bestow upon one of its graduates. Today we add to the long list of distinguished individuals who have received this award the name of Bruce Nordstrom, retired CEO and chairman of the board of Nordstrom, Inc. Would Mr. Nordstrom please join me at the lectern? Bruce. As part of the third generation of Nordstroms, Bruce Nordstrom worked in the family business as a young boy. He sold shoes during his undergraduate years at the University of Washington, graduating in 1956 with bachelor's degrees in economics. In 1968, Mr. Nordstrom, along with other family members, all of them UW alumni, assumed leadership of the Nordstrom Company as the second generation retired. They expanded the company into dozens of new markets and secured Nordstrom's place as one of the nation's leading fashion specialty retailers. Mr. Nordstrom retired in 1995, but was persuaded in 2000 to return as chairman of the board. With his three sons in the roles of president and executive vice presidents, he led the company to a dramatic resurgence and in 2006 once again retired. Nordstrom's culture of employee empowerment and profit-sharing plan and open pathway for women and minorities have led to a consistent selection as one of the best companies to work for in America. And while he has achieved extraordinary success in the business world, Bruce Nordstrom has remained solidly grounded in his family values of honesty, integrity, and humility. He is a committed citizen, volunteering on local boards such as Seattle's Children's Hospital, Seattle Goodwill Industries, and the UW-Tyee Board of Advisors. And with his wife, Jeannie, was recognized by the YWCA for excellence in public service. For his long and distinguished career in business leadership, including his contributions to his family's unprecedented rise to the top of the retail industry, his alma mater, with great pride and admiration, honors Bruce Nordstrom as the 2010 Alumnus Summa Laude Dignatus. Bruce, congratulations. The University of Washington Alumni Association plays a vital role in the life of the university and provides a continuing link between our graduates and their alma mater. The association also provides essential support to the university. I am pleased to introduce the president of the UW Alumni Association, a member of the class of 1976, Eddie Pasatiempo. Eddie?
Thank you, President Emmert. On behalf of the University of Washington Alumni Association and the more than 400,000 UW graduates worldwide, it's my pleasure to extend our congratulations to all of you, the class of 2010, as you make the transition from students to proud UW alumni. Exciting futures lie ahead for you all, but no matter where life's adventures take you, I'm confident that your experiences here at the University of Washington will be with you every step of the way. The education that you've all received, to the network of friends, classmates, and professors that you've built, to the fellowship and fun that you've somehow managed to squeeze into your busy schedules, and to those great spring days on our beautiful campus, your tenure here at the University of Washington has provided you with access to tremendous resources and a solid foundation of academic and social experiences. So go forth and pursue your passions, but don't forget to carry with you the message of what a truly great institution this is and how fundamental the University of Washington is, not only to the future of our region in the Pacific Northwest, but to discovery and solutions of big issues worldwide. I know you're all getting a mountain worth of advice, and if I can offer you 2 words, stay connected. As the newest members of the Husky alumni family, you join the over 400,000 UW graduates worldwide. And now as the newest members of our family, just remember, once a Husky, always a Husky. The UW Alumni Association stands ready with programs, activities, and member benefits to keep you connected and supportive of our great alma mater. So again, on behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations and best of luck to your futures. And as a proud Husky alumnus, it's now my sincere pleasure to welcome each of you, the class of 2010, to the ranks of University of Washington alumni. Congratulations.
Student government is an important component of the governance of our university, and its leadership is called on regularly to represent student views on a wide range of issues at the UW. I'm pleased to introduce the president of the Graduate and Professional Student Association, Jake Falaschini. Jake?
Thank you, President Emmert, for that introduction. It's been an honor serving the university with you for the last 2 years. It's also a pleasure today to speak with Regent Bill Gates Sr., the ultimate Husky. Congratulations, graduates. I'm just going to soak this in for a second because you all look so damn good. I only have a few minutes to speak today, so I'm just going to share a quick story. Between high school and college, I took a few years off to work and travel. When I was 19, my friend Roland and I were backpacking in a national park in the jungles of Borneo, and I decided to spend a couple of days alone on a deserted beach to clear my head, while Roland stayed back at base camp. All I took were the clothes on my back, a hard-boiled egg, a quart of water, a machete, and a compass. While I was hiking out to the beach, it started to get dark and I lost the trail. All I knew was that the beach was north of my position and that it was too dangerous to sleep where I was. So I spent the night trekking through that jungle alone, always heading north. I worked my way through 4 different types of swamp and canopy. By the early morning, I was cut and bruised and bleeding, scared silly, and ready to give up. At dawn, I found myself caught in a river delta, but I could see the ocean at the end of the river. I was almost there. All I had to do was cross a branch of the river to get to the beach. But the rivers in Borneo are incredibly dangerous, filled with snakes and crocodiles. And this wasn't just any river. This river was big and wide and dark. But I had nowhere else to go. So I hurled myself into the water to get to the other side. And when I popped up on the other side with nothing but clean skin, I felt like a new man. I sat on that beach for a long time thinking about many things, like what an idiot I was for going into the jungles of Borneo with just a hard-boiled egg. A day later, 2 young fishermen rode in, and I was able to get a ride. All was well. I tell you this story because it represents where many of us are at right now. We've been on a journey in a new place, trying to learn a little bit more about ourselves. And while we were walking down a path, the whole world shifted around us, and we found ourselves in very unfamiliar territory. Jobs are hard to come by, money is scarce, and we're having to reevaluate what to do with our lives. It's scary out there. At some point over the next few weeks or months or years, there's going to be a time when we hit a river, and we say, forget this. I've had enough. I didn't sign up for this. But it's exactly at that time that all of us here in this audience are going to hurl ourselves across that river to get to the other side. Why? Because we're dogs. We're pugnacious and we're scrappy. And because we did sign up for this. This is the real stuff. This is life. And because at the end of the day, we're going to be just fine. This beautiful place here that we're about to graduate from has prepared us well. I'm sure at this point I'm over my time, so I just want to say congratulations to all of you. You deserve it. And I want to thank all the friends and family out there in the audience. None of us would be here today without all of you out there. Thank you for your love and support and encouragement. Best of luck to you all. It's been a pleasure serving you.
I'm pleased now to introduce the president of the Associated Students of the University of Washington, Mr. Tim Mensing. Tim.
Hey everybody. There's a lot of people here. All right, so I'm just going to get right to it. I think I'll tell a little story as well. I'll start off with, when I first got here, I was put in Lander, but then after that I was put in Terry, and I was blessed with having the funnest little man ever to be friends with and be roommates with. And from there, I was welcomed into a community and got to meet and know many of his friends as well. His name is Yang. He's awesome. From there, I got involved in the Resident Hall Student Association and made more friends. Then after that, I joined a Greek house, Theta Xi, and made more friends. Along that path, I got involved with student government. I just wanted to go wherever I could have the most impact, I guess, where I could feel like I really had a purpose. I ran for elections, first time a writing candidate, lost horribly. You don't stand a chance writing it unless your name's like, I don't know, Jesus or something. But after that, I ran again, then I lost. For president, I lost. But I did well, and from there I found out that I really, really enjoyed being able to serve people and trying to figure out what the issues were. So I ran again, and this time I actually won. And from there, I've had just a tremendous year of learning and understanding, getting to work with some of the most amazing people I have ever known, and continuing on that path of making friendships. So I guess kind of what I'm getting at is that in this life, it's really about just going for it. I mean, we're all here as Huskies going to one of the most prestigious universities in the entire world. Obviously, we have kind of a trend of going for it. So my advice would be to keep doing that. Where was I? Yeah, anyway. At the end of the day, I think it comes down to why not? We go to one of the most prestigious universities in the world. We've had to have talent and work ethic to get here, so let's continue upon that path. I do want to recognize the fact that we are at a pretty down economic time, and being a graduating senior in the summer, I understand that the job market isn't the best right now. So my advice to you would be to fully utilize the network that you have. Eddie Pastimpo just talked about the Alumni Association. Within that association, they have what's called the Husky Career Network. Google that. There's a ton of people, over 5,000 alums who signed up to help you in your career after this. And there's also Husky Jobs as well. What I would really tell you is to not give up, but be realistic as well. When you graduate, you might have to settle for a judge, but the key is to keep at it. With that, I'd just like to touch upon a few things that we were able to do this year, one of those being the USC game. If you guys had the opportunity to be here, that was awesome. That was awesome. It's too bad we didn't reach 500, but we beat the #1 team in the nation, so take that, Pete Carroll. Also, we made it to the Sweet 16. Unfortunately lost, but that was pretty awesome being able to watch our dogs go and represent. Beyond that, from the student perspective, we're able to pass one of the most well-funded campus sustainability funds in the entire nation through the work of a ton of people. Alan Wright, Katie Stoltz, David Corrado, just to name a few. And over 5,000 of you signed that petition for that. It was truly a collective effort. Beyond that, we also, I would say, saved the UPass. Over 15,000 of us university folks took the UPass survey. It's a pretty big deal for public transportation and for all of us because we are a commuter campus. I could go on. That's right. I have no idea what you said, but cool. Just to go on, to echo what a lot of people have already said, I think the biggest thing that you get from going to college, at least for me, is the understanding of other folks' perspective. And what you really should carry on for the rest of your life is that skill, because you have no idea where you're going after this. You really don't. Well, a lot of us don't. But having that ability to be patient, to listen, and to carry on and be tenacious is essential to be successful. Just gonna look at my notes here, see if I missed anything. I'm glad I don't have to do this taking notes thing after this for a little while at least. That's basically it. Unifying moments. Why not? Understanding what we did together. Yes. So with that, I'd like to say that thank you. It's been a true honor this year. I've learned a ton, and I'm sure all of us have. And to keep this mentality of learning and understanding and work ethic for the rest of our lives. I look forward to the future, as I put in my emails, if you get them, if you open them, which you should. All right, so thank you.
We are are honored to have with us today two extraordinary artists whose creativity and dedication to the art of dance have brought immeasurable richness to the Northwest and indeed our entire nation. From 1977 to 2005, Kent Stoll and Francia Russell were the co-artistic directors of Pacific Northwest Ballet. Mr. Stoll was also the company's principal choreographer, while Ms. Russell brought the masterpieces of George Balanchine to the Pacific Northwest Ballet's repertoire and was the director of the Pacific Northwest Ballet School. Under their masterful tutelage and inspired leadership, Pacific Northwest Ballet grew from a fledgling dance company into one of the most acclaimed ballet companies and schools in the world. And now, in recognition of their remarkable careers and historic contributions to the art of dance, the university is today conferring upon Kent Stoll and Francia Russell the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts. The honorary degree citation will be read by Herb Simon, Chairman of the Board of Regents. Would Mr. Stoll and Ms. Russell, along with Regent Simon and Regent Brotman, please come join me at the lectern.
Kent Stoll and Francia Russell. As dancers, ballet masters, choreographers, and creators of one of the most celebrated ballet companies and schools of the world, you have enriched the art of dance few before you. You have been devoted guardians and teachers of the works of the 20th greatest choreographer, Pacific Northwest Ballet, which you nurtured from infancy and directed for 28 years, is one of the great artistic companies of international renown in our region. Kent, you were a principal dancer with the San Francisco Ballet, a soloist with the New York City Ballet, and a principal dancer and choreographer for the Bavarian State Ballet in Munich. You went on to become ballet master and co-artistic director with Francia of the Frankfurt Ballet. As a choreographer, you have created works that have thrilled and delighted audience here and abroad for nearly 4 decades. Your many contributions to the Pacific Northwest Ballet repertoire include Swan Lake, Cinderella, Carmina Bernina, Silver Lining, and what has come to be a national treasure and enduring Northwest favorite, your brilliant collaboration of Maurice Sendak Nutcracker. Francia, you also dance with the New York City Ballet, rising from corps members to the rank of soloist. You were appointed ballet master of the company by Balanchine himself, and sent by him to stage his works throughout the United States, Europe, and Asia. You were the first to do so in the People's Republic of China for the Shanghai Ballet, and later you staged for the Kharov Ballet the first historic authorized performance of Balanchine's work in his birthplace. Kent and Francia, your vision and dedication have taken Pacific Northwest Ballet from modest beginnings and spare facilities to an institution that trains and cares for dancers as no other in the world. Your legacy is not only a ballet company of international acclaim, but the promise through the Pacific Northwest Ballet School and outreach programs that the art of dance will continue to capture hearts and inspire imaginations for generations to come. For the wonderful ballet company that you brought to life, for being compassionate and innovative teachers, and for your unwavering commitment to preserving the highest level of artistry in dance, the University of Washington is proud to confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Arts, honoris causa.
and Francine, congratulations. Okay. Yeah, you can sit. It might well be said that today's speaker needs no introduction, certainly not to an audience in the Northwest and the University of Washington community. William H. Gates is a towering figure in the history of our university, a man of whom we are deeply and gratefully indebted, and a friend to our hearts. On behalf of this university are truly monumental. His achievements and leadership on the world stage and his lifetime of public service to our region, our nation, and our world are even more remarkable. As co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Mr. Gates guides the vision and strategic direction of the foundation and serves as an advocate for the foundation's key issues. Mr. Gates earned his bachelor's and law degrees from the University of Washington following 3 years of U.S. Army service in World War II. In 1964, he became a partner in what would become one of Seattle's leading law firms, Preston, Gates & Ellis. Mr. Gates first answered his son's request for help in using his resources to improve reproductive and child health in developing worlds by directing the William H. Gates Foundation, which was established in 1994. It merged with the Gates Learning Foundation to create the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2000. His many awards and honors include the 2009 American Bar Association Medal and the 2009 William O. Douglas Award. In 2008, this university conferred upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. And on a personal note, you must know that there is not a more infectious, enthusiastic supporter of this university than my great friend and a wonderful supporter of the UW, Bill Gates. Bill?
So, proud parents and relatives and delighted graduates. What a wonderful afternoon. And the sun came out for us as well. What a wonderful thing that is. So, when I was asked to speak at this commencement, I just leaped at the opportunity to suit up and take the field in front of 50,000 cheering fans. I've been a Huskies fan since football players wore leather helmets. I've seen dozens of games in this stadium. In fact, who's in row K32 up there on the north side? That's my seat. I tell you this because for more than 6 decades, this university has been an indispensable part of my life. I care deeply about the University of Washington. I went to college here. I went to law school here. I met my wife and the mother of my children here. We both met some of our closest friends here, and they have been friends for a lifetime. I learned a lot about citizenship here. The first real community service I ever did was on the board of the University YMCA. As the years went on, my wife and I remained in the fold. She served on the Board of Regents for 18 years, and now I serve on that board along with our daughter. I care about the UW because it's been the stuff of my life. It's the place where I was educated, the way I built my family, and the medium through which I tried to serve my community.
I hope you have the same feelings of affection for the university, and I hope you will express them by serving the university in the years and decades ahead. If you're anything like me, your loyalty to your alma mater will make your life much richer. Today I'm going to talk about some things that have made my life so rewarding. My premise is there may be some value to you in hearing what an 84-year-old man has to say about the ingredients that cause him to look back at a life with satisfaction. A lot has changed in the 60 years since I sat where you are sitting now, so I'm going to talk about some very basic ideas. Let me open by suggesting that one worthy goal is what some might call personal indulgence. There's nothing wrong with learning how to do the hip-hop dance. Nothing wrong with planting a garden or playing in one of those fantasy sports leagues. But by far, the most rewarding part of my life is, and always has been, raising a family. And if there's one thing about your future I feel comfortable in predicting, it is that you either do or you will feel the same way. I want you to know, by the way, that I mean family in the broadest sense, whether by blood, adoption, or bonds of affection. Let me Thank you. Let me suggest that you be as deliberate as you can be about the job of raising your family. Being deliberate helps translate your fundamental human decency into your behavior as a parent. It's intriguing to me that as a culture we so seldom look for or accept any guidance in how to be a parent. You need a PhD to teach 20-year-olds for a few hours a week. Based on current priorities in our society, you don't need anything at all to teach an infant for 168 hours a week. But which does more good and which does more harm if you're not doing it well? I'm not saying you should be required to have a certificate in parenting, but it's worth thinking carefully about what kind of parent you want to be and how to get there. I had the good fortune to marry a woman who grew up in a family that enjoyed a number of annual traditions. One was an assumption that everyone would get together for Sunday dinner. Another was new pajamas for all the hanging on the tree on Christmas morning. We adopted many of these regimens and added a couple of our own. I mention this because I think it's an example of being deliberate in organizing a family life. And because I'm certain that those traditions did play a role in creating a sense of continuity and permanence for our kids growing up in a world full of change and uncertainty. The next of my paramount pleasures is having a long list of very good friends. This list includes people I met in grade school. I belong to a bridge club that was started in 1952. I look forward with pleasure to our meetings. It's in part the pleasure of a half century of shared memories, but it is also the comfort of sharing of experiences and views with people whose ideas you've come to know and to appreciate. If you come to cherish friends as I do, you will discover that, as with the family situation, there is a requirement of a measure of deliberateness to make it work. You need to work at it. You do need to email that note or make that phone call to keep friendship alive. Now I venture out into some softer ground. I'm very comfortable flow from conscientious, well-informed parenting and urging you to make that part of your life. I'm very comfortable underscoring the pleasures derived from making the effort to live and to maintain close friendships. The obvious next question is, what about a public life? I haven't always been comfortable in urging young people to embrace public life. I figured it was none of my business. Lately, however, I've grown more accustomed to the idea that every life should have its public aspects. And for all the rewards of private life, my life would have been much the poorer if I had not experienced those moments when I felt like I belonged to something larger. My favorite axiom is this: we are all in this together. You know it's a good axiom because there are so many ways to express it. We're all in the same boat is one. Benjamin Franklin said, we must all hang together or we most assuredly will hang separately. The fundamental idea here is interdependence. We simply cannot succeed without the contribution of others. We simply cannot succeed without the contribution of others. So what are the implications of that idea? The biggest one is basic citizenship. Citizenship means that we behave according to the belief that every person matters just as much as every other person. Citizens must not prosper at the expense of another person. Citizens should aspire to do what they can to counteract the disadvantages that random chance has imposed on others. I suggest that this principle for society at large is alive and working for our world. Let me cite the most prominent example I know of for the role of good citizenship in changing society for the better. When I graduated from college, our society condoned the killing of African Americans. My senior year, a man was beaten to death in Mississippi because, his murderers explained, he was hogging the road with his horse and buggy, and they couldn't pass in their car. They were never punished. But now, we've selected an African American president of the United States. I never imagined I would see that. One of the great historical themes of my lifetime, America's march toward racial justice, has demonstrated the vast potential of citizenship. You can't explain the civil rights movement in terms of heroic public service alone. You can give credit, but not sole credit, to the handful of public figures whose names we all know. Martin Luther King. This is a hero of mine. But for every Martin Luther King, there were thousands of courageous Southerners, citizens whose names we don't know, who sat in at lunch counters, thousands who registered to vote, boycotted buses, and enrolled in schools where they weren't wanted, thousands who marched into mobs of men armed with billy clubs. And there were millions of white citizens who said they would no longer sanction racism. Most of them didn't storm any barricades, but they did the small necessary things. They told their politicians that the issue mattered. They donated money to the cause, and they made sure their children learned about civil rights at school.
What I'm getting at is what I believe to be the real substance of democracy, something called public will. It's an abstract concept, public will. You can't touch it, you can't photograph it, or buy it at the store. But when fundamental changes happen, it's because the public had the will to make them happen. And when nothing happens, it's because the public isn't willing. Public will is the reason why the civil rights movement happened in the 1960s, but not in the 1940s. That's what public will does. So what is public will? Well, public will is when the right thing to do becomes consensus, and people generally start expressing the convictions they share in everything they do. So I don't care if you carry a banner or if you stand near the back. You can yell into a microphone if you like, or you can listen carefully if that's your style. You don't need a soapbox to be a good citizen. You just need to be part of the public will to make life on this planet a little better. And if I know you all at all, if I know you at all, I know that you want to be an active part of it. I also know that you're ready to be, because I know what you've learned here at the University of Washington. Let me carry this sense I have about the wisdom that we're all in this together just a bit further. I suggest that we are extending the consensus flowing from the success of the civil rights movement. We are seeing a growing acceptance of the idea that we have an obligation to counteract the fundamental disadvantages that so burden a large part of mankind. How can a world of plenty have 1 billion hungry people? How can 1 million infants die of a disease, diarrhea, for which the treatment is essentially Gatorade? Here at the university and elsewhere, I've begun to perceive that this movement for global equality might just be your civil rights movement. That could be the world historical problem that you solve through billions of ordinary acts of citizenship. Dr. King spent his life preaching about this world you are on and on the verge of creating. He was a preacher because he knew that people needed to keep striving to bring that world into being. He knew that the future he imagined was not ineluctable. It would have to be the product of human effort, your effort. Through our scientific and technological genius, King said, we have made of this world a neighborhood. And yet we have not had the ethical commitment to make of it a brotherhood. But somehow, in some way, we have got to do this. We must all learn to live together as brothers, or we will all perish as fools. And there's that axiom again. Let me just note here that global poverty is an economic opportunity for the rich world, or a national security issue. And if we have to make that argument to generate the public will required to overcome this problem, we certainly should do it. But to me, this is not primarily an economic issue or a national security issue. This is a humanitarian issue. People are dying and we can save them. This ought to be enough. people suffering in poverty are human beings. They're not national security assets. They're not markets for our exports. They are not allies in the war against terrorism. They are human beings who have infinite worth in their own right without any reference to us. They have mothers who love them, children who need them, and friends who cherish them. And we simply ought to help them. When I was young, there was no internet, no cable news. I turned my attention to the things I knew, and so did all the people around me. There was but little public interest in thinking of equality on a worldwide scale. You are different. You will have to work hard not to learn about the wide world, and since you are aware of people suffering, you will act on their behalf. Privileged people aren't selfish with their privilege. You will display the ethical commitment to make this a world of brotherhood. So on your graduation day, let me exhort you to join me and your fellow graduates on this special day to become Huskies for life. Let me exhort you to go fishing and exhort you to read a novel. I exhort you to find love and to be a learned parent and to wringing all joy you can out of the friends with whom you surround yourself. In closing, let me go back to public life. In respect to that, I have a confident prediction. It is a prediction based on knowing how prepared you are from what you have learned here at this fine school to live and to contribute as a constructive citizen. My prediction is that 60 years from now, when you sit down to write your commencement speech, you will look around and you will observe that your world, while still beset with serious problems, has indeed become a better place than it was in 2010. And you will make that observation with a sense of pride in having contributed to that change. This will occur, not because I say so, but because you are who you are now. Graduates of the University of Washington, possessed of all the qualities this fine institution has taught to you. Good luck and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to present the various degrees to all candidates. The audience is requested to remain in their seats until the conclusion of today's ceremony. Candidates for the doctor's degree in the School of Medicine would be presented by Associate Dean Peter Eveland.
Mr. President, it is an honor to recommend the 169 candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Many of these graduates have proceeded to graduate training positions throughout the country. Those participating in today's ceremony will come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Candidates for for a doctor's degree in the School of Dentistry will be presented by Dean Martha Sommerman.
Mr. President, it is my pleasure to present the doctoral candidates from the School of Dentistry and recommend that all that have fulfilled their requirements be awarded their doctoral degrees. The present candidates will come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Candidates for Juris Doctor degrees in the School of Law will be presented by Dean Kelly Testy.
Mr. President, for the School of Law, I'm honored to present the 174 candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor, with the recommendation from me and my faculty colleagues that each who has fulfilled the requirements be awarded that degree. These candidates will come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Candidates for Doctor of Pharmacy degrees in the School of Pharmacy will be presented by Dean Thomas Bailey.
Mr. President, it is my honor to recommend that all 111 candidates who have fulfilled the requirements of the School of Pharmacy be awarded the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy. These candidates will please come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Candidates for doctoral degrees in the Graduate School will be presented by Dean Gerald Baldestein.
Mr. President, here with us today are candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Nursing Practice. On behalf of the deans of the schools and colleges and the graduate faculty, I am pleased and honored to recommend these candidates for the highest degree awarded by the university. The names of those awarded doctoral degrees this year are listed in the commencement program, along with the titles of their dissertations and the names of their faculty supervisors. Will all the doctoral degree candidates from all schools and colleges please rise?
Chairman Simon, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you all of the doctoral degree candidates from all of the schools and colleges just presented.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculties of the respective schools, I am pleased to confer upon these candidates their respective doctoral degrees. Congratulations. You have achieved high academic distinction, and this university salutes you. You will be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward.
David Hake, Biology.
Cynthia Ann Robinson, Rehabilitation Science.
Kristen L. Gustafson, Communication.
Janice Zetlin, Physical Therapy.
Linda Hertz.
Barbara Carabin, Physical Therapy.
You gotta go. Robert William Bradshaw, Mathematics.
Annalisa Stickling Fish, Physical Therapy.
Travis James Kopp, Mathematics.
Annalise T. Smith, Physical Therapy.
Stephen R. Klee, Mathematics.
Alicia Renee Nowak, Physical Therapy.
Jacob M. Lewis, Mathematics.
Janine Singh, Physical Therapy.
David L. Goss Grubbs, Linguistics.
Elena K. Van Wert, Physical Therapy.
Stephen Paul Moran, Linguistics.
Craig K. McCarn, Physical Therapy.
Patrick Gordon Blaine, Comparative Literature.
Beth L. Allen, Physical Therapy.
Fabrizio Cilento, Comparative Literature.
Amy Christine Clements, Physical Therapy.
Delphine Gra, Comparative Literature.
Stephanie Ann DeCaria, Physical Therapy.
Sarah B. Page, Geography.
Callie Richmond Barish, Physical Therapy.
Maureen Helen Hickey, Geography.
Noah Tanaya Foyer Barish, Law.
Zakia R. Adair, Women's Studies.
Joel Daniel Emmons, Law.
Christina Ruth Knoll, Women's Studies.
Andrew Gardner, Law.
Jeanette Marie Bushnell, Women's Studies.
Amanda Ray Stock, Law.
Eric M. Snedley, Instrumental Conducting.
Rachel Sarah Feller, Law.
Jean D. Peterson, Choral Conducting.
George Byron Radix, Law.
Pamela Reiko Nagasawa, Education, Curriculum, and Instruction.
Jacob K. Falastini, Law.
Paris W. Kibera, Social Welfare.
Ruth A. Martin, Geological Sciences.
Diana C. Wu, Audiology.
Jeffrey Scott Hale, Immunology.
Jody Beth Guerrez, Audiology.
Jillian A. Sachs, Immunology.
Lisa Yamaguchi, Audiology.
Joshua Paul Jones, Geophysics.
Ryan Anthony Antonio, Audiology.
Amarnag Subramanya, Electrical Engineering.
Gary A. Miyazaki, Audiology.
Yu Tae Lau, Electrical Engineering.
Mark Patrick Nugent, Classics.
Jeremy T. Kimball, Aeronautics and Astronautics.
Lindsay A. Morse, Classics.
Bhuvana Srinasavan, Aeronautics and Astronautics.
Jill Ann Johnson, Ethnomusicology.
Isaac C. Rue, Epidemiology.
David U. Garfinkel, Theater, History, and Criticism.
Kelly Garneski Paulson, Pathology.
Lisa K. Jackson Chabetta, Theater, History, and Criticism.
Joseph Chris Bruno, Pathobiology.
Timothy Kieran O'Mahony, Education, Learning Sciences.
Wei Shi, Civil Engineering.
Susan Marie Johnston, Anthropology.
Electrical Engineering.
Mark Edward Knight, Education, Leadership, and Policy Studies.
Ling Lo, Electrical Engineering.
Ana Maria H. de la Fuente, Education, Leadership, and Policy Studies.
Joanne Price, Nursing Practice.
Catherine M. Thompson, Educational Leadership and Policy Studies.
Cynthia DeShane, Nursing Practice.
Jung Lin Lee, Woodwinds.
Anna Rose Kidder, Nursing Practice.
Jody Boris Newman, Education, Human Development, and Cognition.
Teresa Ann Garrett Hill, Nursing Practice.
Cheryl F. Gordon, Educational Development and Cognition.
Hyun Jung Kim, Nursing.
Pamela A. Trivedi, Education, School Psychology.
Cindy L. Demaray, Genome Sciences.
Michael A. Groves, Physics.
Shamik P. Biswas, Genome Sciences.
Michael Hanlon, Economics.
Maxwell Lewis Neal, Biomedical and Health Informatics.
Sebastian E. Fossati, Economics.
Ethan Michael Galanato Kadak, Biomedical and Health Informatics.
John Patrick Holtz, Asian Languages and Literature, Japanese.
Liang Jun Lee, Mechanical Engineering.
Stephen F. E. Coriel, Education, Leadership, and Policy Studies.
Lam An Tai, Electrical Engineering.
Yoon Soo Kang, Digital Arts and Experimental Media.
Deanna L. Kepka, Health Services.
Christina Josephine Maranto, Biology.
Sarah L. Veely-Bryce, Health Services.
Maria Ursula Valdez, Biology.
Courtney A. Reese, Health Services.
Suzanne Esther Graham, Biology.
Tracy Marie Hilliard, Health Services.
Aaron D. Clark, Biology.
Myra E. Parker, Health Services.
Elizabeth Gail Litzler, Sociology.
Dolly A. John, Health Services.
Jennifer L. Fredette, Political Science.
Song Wong, Health Services.
Nalina Varanasi, Economics.
Chang Guo, Mechanical Engineering.
Lincoln M. Ballard, Music History.
Dawei Liu, Materials Science and Engineering.
Thomas Kevin Johnson, Scandinavian Languages and Literature.
Eric David Merkley, Biochemistry.
Oksana A. Eckert, Pharmacy.
Justin Ashworth, Biochemistry.
Lydia Sungji Sun, Pharmacy.
Mei Ching Wu, Biochemistry.
Fabian Valderrama, Pharmacy.
William C. Webb, Forest Resources.
Christian E. Swearingen, Chemistry.
Lynn Robinson, Forest Resources.
Gregory R. Fulmer, Chemistry.
Carenza Ann King, Aquatic and Fishery Sciences.
Elizabeth M. Humston, Chemistry.
Christy L. Forsgren, Aquatic and Fishery Sciences.
Charles William Branham, Chemistry.
Colleen Amy Berg, Aquatic and Fishery Sciences.
Jason A. Farmer, Chemistry.
Trong Ha Swan Van, Pharmacology.
Anna K. Boardman, Chemistry.
James Stephen Maven, Physiology and Biophysics.
Kirsty Leon, Chemistry.
Aruna Sri Kamineni, Epidemiology.
Elizabeth K. Thompson, Chemistry.
Daniela Bianchi Frias, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Pauline Ebu Elocolado.
Cynthia Putnam, Human-Centered Design and Engineering.
Darlene K. Pogren, English.
Lori L. Miller, Nursing.
Sonia E. Isaacs, Classics.
Jill Catherine Mount, Nursing.
Shauna K. Carlisle, Social Welfare.
Amanda I. Phipps, Epidemiology.
Ursula Whiteside, Psychology.
Joanne Joanchi Ho, Forest Resources.
Ty William Lostutter, Clinical Psychology.
Catherine Susan Odom Davis, Biostatistics.
Kelly N. Huggins, Chemistry.
Kristen Marie Berry, Biostatistics.
Keiko Munechika, Chemistry.
Miriam Rohani, Oral Biology.
Yupe Lin, Woodwinds.
Victor Gao, Electrical Engineering.
Chia Wei, Piano.
Mary E. Hunsaker, Aquatic and Fishery Sciences.
Chon Jin Hua, Piano.
Patrick Mark Aubin, Electrical Engineering.
Xiao Che Lin, Woodwinds.
Shannon Gale Croker, Mechanical Engineering.
Elizabeth Ann Reynolds Thomas, Education, Leadership, and Policy Studies.
Timothy Ma, Physical Therapy.
Jade Chen, Pharmacy.
Shayna G. Mullen, Physical Therapy.
Dean Harvey Tyson Elba, Pharmacy.
Jennifer Ann Newcomer, Physical Therapy.
Marilyn Kiriasis, Pharmacy.
Neoma I. Palmer, Physical Therapy.
Peter Lamb, Pharmacy.
Bianca Marie Maggio, Physical Therapy.
Clifford Lowe, Pharmacy.
Stacy Michelle Soroy, Physical Therapy.
Patricia Chan, Pharmacy.
Jessica Mendoza, Physical Therapy.
Tanya Marshall, Pharmacy.
Natalie Solarak, Physical Therapy.
Annette Ray Shaw, Pharmacy.
Laura Alexandra Bobson, Physical Therapy.
Yindeng Jiang, Statistics.
Lindsay W. Kopis, Physical Therapy.
Jiang Wei, Physics.
Irina Pavlovna Lyman, Physical Therapy.
Zheng Wei Wang, Physics.
Danielle Marie Arango, Physical Therapy.
Esmeralda N. Yidem Ben, Physics and Nanotechnology.
Anna D. Travis, Physical Therapy.
Chingjai Metafot, Anthropology.
Monica L. Andreessen, Physical Therapy.
Cheryl Joy B. Alipio, Anthropology.
Megan Jean Schmidt, Physical Therapy.
Tommy Blumenfield Kedar, Anthropology.
Heather Ann Brower, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Emily K. Brunson, Anthropology.
Craig Matthew Prince, Computer Science and Engineering.
Sarah L. Wyckoff, Anthropology.
Alan Lin Chuan Liu, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jerusha T. Achterberg, Anthropology.
Brian C. Van Essen, Computer Science and Engineering.
Melanie Ann Harper, Pharmacy.
Jonathan Lester, Electrical Engineering.
Charles L. Huckabee, Pharmacy.
Meredith McLean Skeels, Biomedical and Health Informatics.
Jenny Ye, Pharmacy.
Thomas S. Saponis, Computer Science and Engineering.
Bharti Sharma, Pharmacy.
Lee Yoon Sang, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Victoria Kung Fung Shum, Pharmacy.
Fei Lee, Nutritional Sciences.
Sarah May Tsung, Pharmacy.
Jared A. Larson, Human-Centered Design and Engineering.
Lydia K.N. Yao, Pharmacy.
Jean
David C. Service, Piano.
Austin S. Polovitsky, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Bren A. Plummer, Music Double Bass.
Patrick J. Schamberger, Material Science and Engineering.
Rie Ando, Piano.
Chao Ma, Materials Science and Engineering.
Julia Yuying Tai, Instrumental Conducting.
Kaishu Wang, Materials Science and Engineering.
Jeffrey Lowe Walker, Pharmacy.
Jean Duen Lee, Civil Engineering.
Dan Kwang Te Le, Pharmacy.
Gune Han, Nursing.
Angela Heng Chi Lam, Pharmacy.
Boping Wu, Electrical Engineering.
Allison Diep Pham, Pharmacy.
Emma Jane M. Polton, Environmental Toxicology.
Carrie Renee Collins, Pharmacy.
Kelly Ann Fay, Environmental Toxicology.
Naomi Wynn, Pharmacy.
Rever A. Tariani, Bioengineering.
Edward Kufor Osei, Pharmacy.
Karam Karadier, Electrical Engineering.
Colleen K. Chrissinger, Public Policy and Management.
Christopher A. Barnes, Chemical Engineering.
Sarah Elizabeth Lurtz, Pharmacy.
Myra Leaching Wang, Pathology.
Jennifer Ann Knudsen, Pharmacy.
May Shu, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Christine Marie Brooks, Pharmacy.
Angela C. Poole, Genome Sciences.
Carl D. Maas, Social Welfare.
Kanapan Chanhom, Law.
Scott A. Brown, History.
Laura K. Securo, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Jason A. Jones, English.
Olivier Martin Humbert, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
Liang Shu, Mathematics.
Alex Michael Chilman, Mechanical Engineering.
Ji Ying Lin, Mathematics.
Paul Dylan Edwards, Mechanical Engineering.
Sheena.
Candidates for master's degrees will be presented by Dean Baldesty of the Graduate School.
Mr. President, I would like to introduce Dean Sandra Archibald from the Daniel J. Evans School of Public Affairs to present the master's candidates from that school.
Candidates for the master's degree in public affairs at the Daniel J. Evans School of Public Affairs, please rise. Mr. President, I am honored to present to you these candidates to receive their respective master's degrees. Candidates, please remain standing.
Candidates for the various master's degrees for all schools and colleges, please rise. Mr. President, on behalf of the deans of the schools and colleges and the graduate faculty, I am honored to present these candidates to receive their respective master's degrees.
Regent Simon, it is my honor and privilege to present to you all candidates for master's degrees from the various schools and colleges.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the graduate faculty, I am pleased to confer upon each of you your master's degree. Congratulations. You will be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward.
This has been an amazing year for the class of 2010. You've brought distinction to yourselves and to the university. And so before we confer your bachelor's degrees, we'd like to take a moment to reminisce about your time here at the University of Washington.
The best part about UW in terms of my memories were things that were outside of the classroom.
Freshman year, seeing Blue Scholars on the Hub Lawn, and then senior year, playing with Blue Scholars on the Hub Lawn was really awesome. The opening for them this year has been like the apex, the height. So far, now there are new goals, but probably my favorite memory.
Something I did take advantage for sure was studying abroad. And last year I spent the entire year abroad. I started the summer in Cairo in Egypt and then went to France and then studied with a graduate program in Ottawa, Canada. So I really had good experiences there.
I mean, I never thought I'd be writing for the school paper, but I'm really glad I did. It was really rewarding.
Dog Days has been good, consistently pretty good.
Everyone's just outside enjoying the sun. There's concerts, food, and it's something where whether you're a freshman or an upperclassman, you're gonna meet and mingle. It's the best of what UW has to offer as far as the campus and the community.
I really like sporting events.
Football, always fun.
I mean, you're surrounded with tons of other Husky fans.
Everyone wears their Husky gear, they have tattoos on their face. It makes me really proud to be a Husky when I go to games like that.
I think it's been really interesting watching the football team over the past 4 years.
Yeah, go Dogs.
Seeing that game and shouting for our players, that's the UW experience. How has UW changed me?
That is a big question.
I've seen myself change from a student into an adult.
UW's provided me with a lot of opportunities to try and answer that question of, what am I interested in doing?
I've changed in many ways. I look at myself now and sometimes I don't recognize myself.
The intention of UW is obviously to give you a good career path, but I think it's also given me a good path on knowing who I am and what I'm capable of. It's really set me up nicely for finding my place, really.
To be graduating, it's scary.
You see 4 years go by so quickly.
I can't believe it. It's really hitting me hard, actually.
It feels really great, actually. I know most people are like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's terrifying. It's getting scarier every day, but yeah, I mean, there's no but. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
On one hand, it is scary, but on the other hand, I feel like I'm free to do whatever I want.
I feel excited. I'm definitely happy because all the hard work has paid off. I know my parents will be very proud of me as well.
I think mostly I'm grateful. I wouldn't have been able to do this without my family and their financial and emotional support.
It's hard for me to imagine leaving UW and not, constantly being surrounded by lots of friends.
I will miss all the friends I made freshman year. And every other year, but mostly the friends I made freshman year in Lander 3. I hope they don't see that.
I'm really going to miss it. I feel like I finally found my niche. I really found my friends, and I love the professors here, and I found my department, and I don't want to leave it. They're my family, and I guess it's the end of an era.
I definitely feel like my time here has made an impact on me, but that also that I've been able to leave an impact on the university.
It's not the end here at UW. I think that my involvement will continue.
I'll always be a Husky and I'll always come back to the campus. So really, I'm not really leaving.
I'm so happy that I came here. I can't express enough that my experiences here were ones that were totally invaluable to me.
Candidates for bachelor's degrees in the various colleges and schools of the University of Washington would be presented by the several deans. The candidates who have been accepted by the general faculty of the university for their respective degrees are listed in the commencement program. Candidates for bachelor's degree in the College of Arts and Sciences will be presented by Dean Anna Marie Kause.
Mr. President, will candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Mr. President, It is my honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Sciences. And I recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the College of Arts and Sciences be awarded their bachelor's degrees. Now, will you please be seated? See you in a minute.
Bachelor candidates from the College of Education will be presented by Dean Patricia Wasley.
The candidates from the College of Education will please rise. Excellent. Mr. President, I'm proud to present these candidates for their bachelor's degrees in early childhood and family studies and recommend that these candidates, having fulfilled the requirements of their bachelor's degrees at the College of Education, be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Of Engineering will be presented by Dean Matthew O'Donnell.
I don't need to have to ask you to rise, but could you please rise? College of Engineering. Mr. President, I'm pleased to present the candidates of the College of Engineering for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical and Astronautical Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil and Environmental Engineering, Computer Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Industrial Engineering, Bioengineering, Material Science and Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Technical Communications, and for the first time in Human-Centered Design and Engineering. I recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements for the College of Engineering be awarded their bachelor's degrees. And please be seated.
Candidates from the College of the Environment will be presented by Dean Dennis Hartman.
The candidates from the College of the Environment will please rise. Mr. President, it is my pleasure and honor to present these candidates of the inaugural class of the College of the Environment for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Forest Resources, and Bachelor of Science in Aquatic and Fishery Sciences. I recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the College of the Environment be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Bachelor candidates from the Information School will be presented by Dean Harry Bruce.
Candidates from the Information School will please rise. It gives me great pleasure, Mr. President, to present the candidates of the Information School for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Informatics. I recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the Information School be awarded their bachelor's degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Bachelor candidates from the Michael G. Foster School of Business will be presented by Dean James Gimaldo.
Will the future business leaders from the Foster School please rise? Mr. President, it is with much pleasure that I present these candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Foster School and recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the Foster School of Business be awarded their respective degrees. Please be seated.
Bachelor candidates from the School of Nursing will be presented by Dean Marla Salmon.
Will the candidates from the nation's #1 School of Nursing please rise? Mr. President, it is my honor and pleasure to present these candidates to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing and recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the School of Nursing be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. You may be seated.
Bachelor candidates from the School of Medicine will be presented by Associate Dean Eveland.
Will the bachelor candidates from the School of Medicine please rise? Mr. President, it is a privilege to present the bachelor candidates from the School of Medicine in the specialized fields of medical technology, prosthetics and orthotics, and physician's assistant. Many degrees are being conferred in absentia because these candidates have already taken up positions at distant locations. Would you please be seated?
Bachelor candidates from the College of Built Environments will be presented by Dean Daniel Friedman.
Will the candidates from the College of Built Environments please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present these candidates for bachelor's degrees in architecture, urban planning, landscape architecture, construction management, and community and environmental planning, and recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the College of Built Environments be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Candidates from the School of Social Work will be presented by Dean Edwina Uehara.
Distinguished candidates from the School of Social Work, please rise. Mr. President, on behalf of the social work faculty, it is my great privilege to present these candidates for their bachelor's degrees in social welfare and recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements of the School of Social Work be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Candidates from the School of Public Health will be presented by Dean Patricia Wall.
Will the candidates from the School of Public Health please rise? Mr. President, it is with great pleasure I present these candidates for bachelor's degrees from the School of Public Health. I recommend that all who have met requirements of the School of Public Health be awarded their respective degrees. Candidates may be seated.
All bachelor's candidates from all schools and colleges just presented will please rise. Following Regent Simon's citation, awarding the various bachelor's degrees, all candidates will be seated immediately and under direction of the faculty marshals will await their turn to come forward one row at a time.
Regent Simon, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you all of the bachelor's degree candidates of the various schools and colleges for the class of 2010.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculty of the university, I am pleased to confer upon each of you your bachelor's degree. Congratulations. You will be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward.
Cecile Farber will now lead us in the singing of Rise Up with Pride for Washington. The words to the song are printed on the inside of the back cover of the commencement program. The audience will please rise.
Rise up with pride for Washington. Washington, we hail to thee, honor, truth, integrity, forever shine from lake to shore, your light upon us
Members of the graduating class are requested to remain at their seats until the recessional of the faculty is concluded. The graduating class is then free to join family and friends. The 135th commencement exercises of the University of Washington are now closed.